I know when we spoke, what's really struck me was that you described leadership as a selfless endeavor, really about giving back knowledge, supporting your team, setting an example, I think was one of the things that came up. So, what's your approach to mentorship and development?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think the word selfless or selflessness, it's certainly underused, but it should be more widely adopted because I think it's a very simple approach. I look at what has my experience granted me in all areas of life, which may be of use to somebody else, right? Given what their goals may be, where they currently see themselves in their career and personal lives, and how they plan on maybe bridging that gap between where they are and what their goals are, right? So to me, that selfless leadership is all about translating that experience to another person to help them build a foundation and accomplish their goals. And I'd like to think I was always successful at that. It's certainly not the case, but I would say the intent is always very aligned with trying to help people bridge that gap.
I always ask our guests, if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice when you were starting out, what would it be?
It's a great question. And look, I would say that, and I'd give this advice to folks on the team as well, right? But just, I think that you're at any given point, you're more capable but you're capable of more than you believe you are capable of, right? And I think particularly in banking, which is very hierarchical in nature, and that hierarchy serves a purpose, right? But I think it's easy to fall into the trap of, I'm an associate, I should only be really thinking about it, quote unquote, associate things, right? Or I'm a VP, I should only be thinking about VP things, and thinking earlier in my banking career about, all right, what do I need to do now to have really great client relationships in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and where do I have genuine skills that actually are valuable to clients? That doesn't mean that junior bankers should take it upon themselves to go call a client CEO who they've never met. But I do think that just that perspective and self-awareness that you are very often more capable of what you may think you are, or what your title may suggest or whatever, I think is a great mentality to have as you build your career.
Got the vision part, talked about being valuable, listening to what's going on around you, being able to have a valuable input. Any other skills that you see that particularly make you a great investment banking?
Motivating others. Right? When people are motivated, they do their best work. Motivation, I think, can be difficult, but you're in that business, Pete, right? You are commemorating deals with the products that you make. And that is, I think, one of the tools, and an important one in terms of how you motivate people, right? And celebrate success. So it's about celebrating success, and it's about sharing that vision that I talked about with people so that they realize why they're doing the work. What is the destination? Where are we going? And I guess the other thing that really motivates people is just caring, paying attention to people.